Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Civilization Reborn series, or no, not series, video. Today we're gonna continue looking at all this crap going on. Okay, so first, uh, we're gonna go down to this Californian country, and yeah, we're gonna see what they're gonna be doing. So, they're gonna send, oopsies, uh, yeah, sorry. First they're gonna send some scouts up the coast and into the mountains just to like get a good feel of it. It's like or like see what's going on. They're like, "Oh, cool, this is actually cool land." They go into the Central Valley and they're like, "Oh, wow. This is some really good farmland. We should take it." And so they do. They go into the Central Valley and they take all that good farmland. They also go into or go up the coast and yeah, their borders basically go all the way up to modern day California's borders, maybe just like a bit more south. They also go into like the Rockies. They're like, oh, sweet, mountain. But then they also kind of like expand a little bit, but they don't expand too much into the Rockies or too much into mountainy areas because yeah, it's a mountain area. You don't really want to live in the mountains. It's kind of hard to do stuff in the mountains, especially in the Rockies. The Rockies are really not good for mountaineers, or well, not good for people. But yeah. So now we're gonna turn our focus up northward to these guys. In the last episode, these guys, if you didn't watch last episode, you should, because it's good, I think. These guys are like guys from all the way over here, from like from these three nomadic tribes who wanted to like move over here because they were like, we don't want to be nomads anymore. Um, yeah. So they just went over here in like Idaho area and settled down. And now that they've settled down, they've like worked on their like they started building up cities and stuff. So now they're gonna look towards expansion, and yeah, they're gonna send troops or not troops, scouts westwards into like Washington and Oregon until they reach the Pacific and like Washington, Seattle area. So they're like, oh, cool. Let's go take that. So they do. They kind of do like that a bit. They yeah. Uh yeah. Kind of do that a little bit. That's what they kind of look like. They're gonna expand a little more up this way, and yeah, yeah, they're just gonna do that. Yeah. Yeah. I keep saying yeah a lot. I don't know why. They're gonna then send some more scouts downwards down the Pacific coast, and they're gonna be like, "Ooh, we want this land. It's cool land." So they're gonna take it. Yeah. Now we move our eyes southwards towards South America. Last episode, or I think not. I not sure if it was last episode or episode before, but either one of those episodes, South America was discovered, and these blue guys up here they colonized it. These green Mexican dudes colonized it, and then there's a new country formed down here that was like explorers and people from these two countries. They were like, we don't like our two governments and stuff or whatever, and they formed their own country here. So yeah, today, or now, these green guys are gonna send scouts further south, further into the forest and stuff, and they're gonna be like, oh wow, South America. So yeah, this is like Ecuador and Peru and stuff. Actually, no, it's not. It's Ecuador, not Peru. Peru's like down over here. But yeah, they're like, oh wow, cool. The orange team's gonna do the same. They're gonna explore more into the jungle area, and so will the blue team. Yeah. They're also gonna like send a bunch of scats down this way into like Guyana and Suriname, French Guyana, and even south further into Brazil. and yeah. But eventually, these explorers down here, they're like, hey, we don't, uh, we're too far, and we don't want to explore anymore. These guys are like, no, keep exploring. But these guys are like, no, we don't want to. Go away. Uh, and then and then they're like, you know what? Screw you. We're forming our own nation. So yeah, these explorer guys, they formed their own green nation down here in Brazil. Um, yeah, they kind of it's kind of a good spot, I guess, because you got like some waterways and stuff. You've got some natural resources, but then again, there's a bunch of jungle in this region. Yeah, really big one called the Amazon. Not sure if you heard of it, but yeah, these guys they settle here. They're like, oh, cool, uh, new country, I guess. Yay. The blue team's kind of like angry at them. It's like, why would you do this, dude? We don't like that. So in retaliation, they're gonna expand a lot, like down this way, down like the coast and stuff. But yeah, they're just gonna like do that. And then these orange guys, they're also gonna expand. They see their neighbors doing it, and they're like, okay, we don't want to lose out on this precious land. These guys get over here and do that, and it really is looking like this country really looks like Venezuela. Like Venezuela IRL is basically like right there. Like it's not like right here. This is like more like Colombia-ish, but still this is looking a lot like Venezuela. These green guys, I forgot to have them expand, but they also expand down this way, and they're basically like gobbling up territory. They're like, bam, oh yes, so much land expansion and stuff. So much land that is ours. But yeah, though with all this land expansion, with these two great empires expanding their borders so much, um, there's a little consequence to this. It's called a fuck ton of revolutions. Yeah, usually when like back in the if okay, so when countries grow their borders really big really fast, it doesn't there's not a lot of stability, uh, and that's because like they didn't have the time to like go down and stabilize it. Also, this is still like the ancient times. This is like Egypt and stuff. We're still in like Egyptian times and crap. Back then, countries didn't get this big. Maybe like a few, maybe like the Persians and stuff, but still, countries didn't really get this large. Like two two continents span. Like yeah, this didn't happen. So, um, we are going to look into what happens. All right, so this is all the rebellions. There's a big rebellion down here. Uh, there's like these northern guys and these southern guys. They don't really like each other. They're kind of like different from each other, so they break up into two different countries. Same with like these guys down here. They break into two different countries. Let's call it like the Colombian country and like the Ecuadorian country or whatever. And then there's these guys, the Panamanians and the Costa Ricans. They break away. Then these like Nicaraguan guys and Honduran guys, they also break away. Then these Yucatan guys, they break away, and these Southern Mexican guys, they break away. Uh, yeah, it's just like a whole mess. And then also in the Caribbean, uh, both of the colonies that were here broke away and formed into Cuba, I guess. Yeah, also the Jamaican colony broke away, the Puerto Rican colony broke away, the Hispaniolan colony broke away, and all of these colonies broke away. Yeah, so yeah, now there's a whole bunch of new countries and crap here in the Caribbean and Latin American, South American and Central American region. These guys, like these green guys are like, "Oh, god freaking damn it. They can't really do anything because like a lot of their population was down there and so is their military. These guys are kind of angry. They didn't really want it to happen, but it happened anyway. Because they're like, it's gonna be too much of a pain in the ass to go do anything. Same with these blue guys. They're like, it's go- they're they're like, frick. Because it's gonna be really freaking hard to like island hop like all these Caribbean countries. So yeah, these guys break away. They form their own countries, and these two teams are like, damn it. Oh well. These guys are like, they're really angry because like South America, that was like the only place they could expand into more, without declaring war with their neighbors, which now all their neighbors are very nervous because their only outlet of expansion is blocked. So yeah, these guys start readying for war, and I guess these guys too, or something. I don't know. I guess to compensate for losing all their colonies, the Green Colony or these Green Mexican guys, they just like start rapidly expanding into like the southeast and stuff. And they're gonna stop there because like these guys also want to expand. They're like, bam. And then these guys are like, wait, no, we want more room too. And same with these guys. They're gonna be like, wait, no. And then these guys are like, yo, go away. And these guys are like, nah. So these guys are like, they're kind of angry, but they're not gonna do anything yet. Maybe. I don't know. Watch next episode, I guess. I don't know. But yeah. Now looking over here to like these Canadian countries, uh, these guys are going to expand a little bit more. They're gonna like send some people further up north into Canada. However, it's getting really cold now, and uh, that's gonna not be good for these guys because cold means less population. But yeah. So instead of just going straight northward, because this is just like all tundra, these guys are gonna start moving a bit westwards. They're like, hey, I wonder what's a bit west, and they find it's like plains, I guess. But they're fine with that. They're cool. It's not as cold. It's still pretty cold. But now it's only like really cold in the winter, so they're just gonna expand over this way, just like a little bit, and yeah, they're gonna do that. And now, looking at these guys over here, something funky is gonna happen. Uh, yeah, and you'll see after this jump cut. So yeah, yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of rebellions breaking out. Mainly because of the rapid expansion these guys were doing. They were expanding so much, they lost sight of their population. These guys didn't really want to expand, but they did anyways. So now they're rebelling. Yeah, this is gonna get real interesting real fast. So let's start off with this like New England rebellion. Uh, as you can see, they're quite close to the capital. That's not really good, 'cause you don't really want your capital taken by rebels. But unfortunately for them, the rebels take their capital. Uh-oh, that's not good. Wanna know why it's not good? 'Cause now you have no one controlling all this territory. And with no one controlling all this territory, all these rebel groups just got some free land. So yeah, these guys they start moving up into get some land. These guys, oh yeah, they take their opportunity. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity here. Two of your biggest rivals, I guess, on your border. They're not protecting their lands, which means you can invade and take their lands. So that's what they do. They invade. They take all this land. They take a lot of cities. Before the rebel groups are like, no, lol, you don't go, you're not getting past the Lawrence River. These guys are like, okay. Mm. Why these guys don't invade the rebel groups? I guess they just don't want to. But yeah, these guys. they take all this area. Bam, bam. Yeah. These guys basically just claim all this, including Prince Edward's Island. So yeah. But then like yeah, they just do that. But then these guys like start bickering over land, kind of like invade each other a little bit. Yeah, they kind of just like do that a little, and yeah. But whatever. Peace will be worked out later, I guess. But yeah. Let's go to this one. So as you can see, it's happening between not only it's not just these guys rebelling and these guys rebelling, but no, it's a joint rebellion. These guys here, they realized they have a bit of they're a little in common. They have a little bit of stuff in common. So they're like, yeah, you know what? We're revolting against both of you. Screw you. So yeah, they do that. They go up here, they capture the city. They go over this way, capture this city. Then they also go out over here and capture this city. And then they go northwards and capture this. And then over here, these guys also have direct access to the capital. Also, like, these guys, they can't really do anything anymore because they're kind of cut off from the rest of their empire, which is not good. So these guys, they just like stroll on in and bam, take the capital. So yeah, that's not good. So that now they start moving northwards, like into like deeper into Ontario. And then they meet up with these guys. They're not too friendly with these guys. They're like, "Hey, screw you. We want that city." And they're like, "No, we want this city." And then they bicker and bicker, and then they forcefully take this city. And these guys are like, "What, dude? What the hell?" And then they go up here and forcefully take this city, and they're like, "Dude, what the hell?" But then they don't really do anything about it. I don't know why. They just don't really do anything about it. They don't want to fight, I guess, or whatever. But yeah, these guys move up this way, take these cities, and then go up this way and take that city, and then chill out for a little bit, I guess, because they got what they wanted, which is all this land. And now let's move up to these guys. These guys move south into Quebec, I guess, like southern Quebec or whatever. Yeah, they just they take all of that uh to the dismay of these guys, but they're like, whatever, dude. Then they race upwards and take that city, and they take a bit more of the coastline. Then they go a bit inwards more, and then yeah, that's about it for these guys. These guys, yeah, they take this coastline, get up here. They do a naval invasion of this little island. Uh, yeah, and then these guys move upwards. They want more cities, so they're gonna go upwards and invade and take that city over. Then they're going to go up this way, and then they run into these guys who then take the rest of this little area up here. So yeah, it just does that. And then these guys, they just take over this island. Yeah, there's not many people up here, so they just take over the island. But these guys are like, hey, we don't want this land. I was like, no, it's our land. We took it. And they're like, no, screw you. So they do that, and they're like, oh, okay, damn it. They're like, hmm. But yeah, they just give they allow them to have land on the mainland, I guess, out of the kindness of their hearts. But then these guys want more land and go up this way, and then I guess are chill for a little bit. But yeah, these guys realizing they don't have a ton of land or a ton of cities, because that city was taken from them. They only have that city. They're gonna go upwards and then go over this way to that city, and then yeah, I guess they just do that for now. Uh, actually no, they continue going this way, and then these guys are threatened, and they're like, hey, no, go away, and then take this land, and then take a bit more land up here, and then chill out, I guess. And then let's go a bit westwards. First, we're gonna start off with these guys. They're a bit angry at these guys for taking their land, so they get involved in the war. And because everything's a complete mess right now in their army, and these guys' armies are all over the damn place. It's kind of a breeze. They just kind of like walk into this Chicago city. They just kind of walk over here. They just kind of do a little walking over this away, and then they just do that. Yeah, and yeah, just they just kind of do that, and they're kind of content. They got access to the Great Lakes again, which is cool. Yeah, they're chill with that. They decided, so yeah, they're gonna butt out. These guys are gonna invade a bit more and take these two cities, and then these rebel guys, they're gonna like kind of split Michigan in half. These green guys are gonna take, uh-oh, that's not what I wanted to do. They're gonna take this city over here, and then these green guys are basically just gonna do that. And then these guys are gonna get in a fight, a little bit of a fight, yeah. They're gonna go like, hey, we want this territory, and then invade over this way, and invade into here. But then these guys are like, no, go away, and invade up this way and take this city, and then invade down there a little bit, and they basically kind of settle on this. So yeah, they kind of settle on that. Now there's an East Michigan and a West Michigan. And now let's go over to these guys. These guys like take over the UP, then go over this way. Uh, a few episodes ago, this area was like controlled by these blue guys. Ever since these guys have been kind of angry about like being subjugated by these guys. So they just kind of rebel and take all these old cities back. Yeah, these guys are gonna like do that a little bit. Uh, yeah, these guys do that. Uh-oh, wrong world. Yeah, these guys are gonna invade over here, take all this area over. Then these guys are gonna try to do this. They're gonna like do this, like claim all this crap and such. And they're gonna like get a bit angry at these guys, like, hey, we want some too, and then invade and take over this city. And these guys are like, why'd you do that? So then they march down and take this city, and then like kind of take that city back, and then they're like, oh, okay. Then these guys seeing an opportunity to gain some land, take over this area. So yeah, and then going a bit northward, these guys basically just take over all this. Yeah, they just like bam, bam, bam. They just, yeah, that's about it. So yeah, that's kind of this whole war bit. So let's go take a look at um yeah, the peace treaty, I guess. Okay, so this is the peace treaty. As you can see, um these two guys, they got completely kicked out of their homelands. Yeah, and all these guys got their independence, and these guys benefit. I think these guys benefited the most from this war, because they got a lot bigger. Same with these guys; they got a lot of their land back and a bit more. And but yeah, all these guys, they got their independence, and these guys got forced to the north, and they're like, ah, damn it, crappy land. And these guys are like, how do you like that? Oh, you little jerks! You forced us into crappy land. How do you like it now? But yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it for today's video. Um, like and subscribe if you want to see more of my content that I work so very hard on. But yeah, if you like today's video, like, subscribe, and comment for more. And if you really liked it, share it with your friends, I guess. But yeah, that's gonna be all for today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.